know that 1 in 5 children in the United States has been classified as having childhood obesity? Childhood obesity is a growing problem in this country and one that more people need to be talking about. As someone who will be working with children in the future, I find that childhood obesity is a problem that needs to be discussed. By doing research about this topic, I have learned a great deal. Due to the fact that childhood obesity is the #1 nutritional disease for children in the United States, it is important to fully understand both the causes and social and medical consequences that this disease can have on children and for the rest of their lives. We will first identify specific causes of childhood obesity. We will then move on to discuss the social consequences, and finally, we will discuss the medical consequences. Children can be put at risk for obesity before they are even born. Childhood obesity cannot just be blamed on the lifestyle and eating choices of a child, because there is also a genetic component to this disease. This is according to Strawn Grant of the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, who was featured in an ABC News article concerning childhood obesity. Along with genetics, a mother's BMI, both before and during pregnancy, can impact the child's chances of having childhood obesity. An article in the Hartford Courant featuring Rafael Perez Escamilla, a professor of epidemiology and public health at Yale, co-authored a report about childhood obesity, found that gaining an excessive amount of weight during pregnancy can lead to your future child having a higher risk of obesity. A third cause of childhood obesity is the fact that young children are more likely to choose food that is full of calories, sugar, and salt. Because of this, it is very important for caregivers to be making healthy choices for both themselves and their children. Whether we know it or not, children are following our lead in watching what we do. Now that I have identified some of the major causes of childhood obesity, I will now discuss the hardships and consequences that these children face. The first type of consequence that children face is socially. Obese children are subjected to more discrimination by their peers as opposed to children who are of normal weight. Because these children are bullied, they often choose friends who are younger than them. This is because these younger children are more likely to not judge the obese child. According to an article in the Journal of the American Academy of Pediatrics, maturing early is associated with having a higher amount of body fat. These children who are obese and maturing early have decreasing levels of self-esteem. This is due to the fact that adults mistake these children for being older and expect that they can perform and carry on a conversation of a child who is at an older age. This affects children because they feel like they are failures when they cannot carry on a conversation that an older child could. Not only does decreased self-esteem affect young children, but they also carry around these self-esteem issues as they grow older. A study by Dr. Richard Strauss, featured in the Journal of the American Academy of Pediatrics, showed that obese Hispanic and white females had a much higher rate of decreased self-esteem as opposed to Hispanic and white females that were of normal weight. Along with social consequences, obese children are also put at a higher risk for having medical consequences. Medical problems that children with obesity face include faster growth, glucose intolerance, and negative effects to their cardiovascular system. Obese children are often taller, have older bone age, and once again mature early. Glucose intolerance is common in obese children because these children are more likely to develop diabetes either as a child or older when they are older in life. Finally, in an article appearing in the Archives of Disease in Childhood, it was found that childhood obesity has negative effects on the cardiovascular system, such as having high blood pressure. It is important for parents to realize that their child being obese at such a young age is something that can have an effect on their health for the rest of their lives. In conclusion, childhood obesity is a disease that more people should be talking about. It is a necessity to make sure that these children are able to get help and learn to make healthy choices and have an active lifestyle. Childhood obesity is a disease that for the most part is 100% preventable. It is important that caregivers are a good model for having a healthy lifestyle and being active. By doing this, caregivers can make sure that their children do not face social and medical consequences of being obese.